Hello world of the internet, my name is Simon Miller and you may have seen my face here, there and everywhere, but today I want to talk to you about something a little bit more personal, specifically my Patreon. That's basically what this is, just a little update about the Patreon, because I may or may not have been told by someone randomly, Simon, have you watched your old Patreon trailer? It's almost like it's a different person. And I watched it and I went, he's 100% correct. However, I do have a Patreon, so I just wanted to make a brand new video where I feel more like me and tell you about how you can support all that should you so wish and what you get out the other end. Didn't mean like that, that sounded weird, let's move on. But yes, every week I do a bunch of videos, podcasts, and all manner of things that are indeed supported by Patreon. So if you did want to come by and throw $1 in there, I'd really appreciate it, but what do you indeed get? Well, there is Simon Miller's Pro Wrestling Podcast, a podcast that I drop twice a week. And one episode is just me ranting and raving about everything going down in the world of professional wrestling. And another episode that happens later on in the week, I get a Patreon member on and we just shoot the breeze about WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, NXT, whatever we fancy. So that's something you can get through the Patreon. You sign up to the relevant tier, you get in touch with me, we have a little chat and we sort something out and you come on my podcast. You can also be a part of my weekly Q&As where you can ask me any single thing that you want and I promise to answer them. Unless I feel really uncomfortable, but then that will be my answer and you can see me squirm and look like an idiot. I also do the Week in Gaming once a week, which I'm sure you can figure out is a gaming podcast that I drop every Monday, and all of this audio goodness also gets uploaded to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/The Miller Report Rules, and everything there is supported by Patreon too, including Miller's Musings, my weekly mental health vlog series. We talk about life, depression, anxiety, and all manner of things going on in the world. I do video game reviews, I do silly little lists, silly little skits, all my alter egos and bizarre characters I've created there as well, and I'll explain them quickly too. I've got the Miller Report, I've got Brian Cranston, I've got Milbob, I've got Gerald Winesworth, and they're all crazy. But in each video in the description, I'll explain what's going on. If you do watch pro wrestling, they're like my heel characters. They're like my Mick Foley. 3 faces of Foley. Miller somehow has 4 faces, 5 faces if you include this one. But again, they wouldn't be possible, as none of this content would without the Patreon, because you know how it works. Let's not muck around here. Let's be as transparent as we can be. I'm a freelancer by trade, so the more money that comes into the Patreon, the more I can focus on this crazy stuff, and the less I have to go looking for other work. So it works. It's nice and simple, not going to pretend otherwise, and that's what I like to do. We also do Let's Plays, live streams, and all manner of bespoke videos and reacting to things that are happening out there in the world when I get a ridiculous idea in my brain and go, well, I've got a YouTube channel, I've got somewhat of an audience, why don't I just put those two things together and see what's going to happen. So yeah, that's all this was, an updated video about my Patreon. So should you want to go over to patreon.com/Simon316 and give whatever you can, you would make me a very, very happy man. And no word of a lie, I would appreciate it no end. Doesn't matter what you give, $1, $2, $72,000. Don't do that, it'll make me feel too guilty. I genuinely cannot say thank you enough. And yeah, it helps me create all this nonsense, and I love being creative. It sort of gets me out of bed in the morning, and if you help me do that, I can only say thank you. Another simpler way to look at it as well is the more support I can get, the more content I can do. And I would love that, because I love making this damn content. All the information in the description below. Should be some magical circle on this screen here too that you can also click. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you for even watching this video, and of course thank you to everybody that's already a patron already. I've updated the video now. Hopefully this one's a little bit better and more reflective of who I am as a human being. I'll see you soon.